They reckon their meat's great in a stew and they can run the pants off a kangaroo. No, not racing goannas, and no, not dingoes. It's none other than the fleet-footed emu. At about 1,000 kilometres east of Perth, where the mining country meets the desert, the farmers don't have cows or sheep, they have emus. And Tim Warner chased this one up.
Let me tell you of an interview with an old man emu. He's got a beak and feathers and things, but the poor old fella ain't got no wings. Aren't you jealous of the wedge-tailed eagle and battle it da-da-da while the eagle's flying round and round to keep her 2 feet firmly on the ground? Now I can't fly, but I'm telling you, I can run the pants of a kangaroo. But I do. He can't fly, but I'm telling you, we can run the pants of a kangaroo.
This lane that we're now approaching...
Emu Farm is just out of Wooloona. It's a fairly big establishment divided into long, narrow lanes. Emu runs.
Now in here at the moment we've got 200 breeding emus. It's a basic breeding stock. We've got 100 pens, so we're pretty well catered for the next breeding season. Right, Tim, well I'll try and catch a bird now. Okay. If you'd like to wait here so I can get close enough to them.
But this is a highly hazardous occupation.
Emus can be dangerous from the front. From behind, they're all right. The beak looks quite dangerous, but in actual fact, it's harmless. It's these side claws that'll do the damage from behind. But they're quite nice animals and they'll jog along with you. Sometimes I'm not sure who's leading who, but...
The farm has been running with the aid of government funds for about 5 years, and now the major aim is self-sufficiency.
We're trying to create a cash flow within the farm so that the problem of government funding, I mean, government funding's here now today. Tomorrow it might not be. So we're trying to generate our own cash flow so that, well, with all the building projects that we've got going, we might not be able to continue and maintain our building priority, but at least we can build up our stock of emus, which is what we're all about. We've got 230 birds, we've got 200 breeders down the other paddock where we were playing around with the birds, and we've got 30 young birds that, if we're at a different stage, 30 younger birds down there would be killing stock. Now we're going to have to sex them and put them into breeders because we just haven't got the numbers. The birds that we've got, a lot were brought in from the wild by the local Aboriginal people. We paid $5 a chicken. You can't bring in...
That's a paltry investment when you consider that the birds that grace our coat of arms could end up being the arms of leather coats.
Under here, this mass of feathers is probably one of the most exotic leathers in the world. It comes across with all these feathers of very fine quill marks that just give the leather a shimmery effect. Now, ostrich skin sells for phenomenal amounts, whereas the emu leather, it hasn't been marketed before. The rare bird of South America was marketed as an emu, and it gave the emu skin a bad name. But this skin is of a higher quality than ostrich when it is tanned correctly, and there's a lot of money in it. Also, running along the back of the emu is some very high quality meat, about 10 kilos of very good meat. That we've got the demand to sell it for about $10 a kilo, which means you've got 100 kilos of good eating meat, and we can sell it at the equivalent price of prawns on the wholesale market. We've got the demand, we've just got to meet it with our supply.
Emus are not the only concern. The farm boasts 17 types of vegetables and 6 varieties of citrus fruits. But at the moment, it's the visiting tourists that take up much time, and the world's only full-time emu egg carver, John Cameron, is a major attraction. Each egg has a story to tell.
This old man story here, and this white kangaroo, he was the only white one in the world, in Australia, and for some friends, some other white friends, so he went up to this bird and asked this magpie where his friends was, and he showed him where the friends was, and there's all the friends here, and he found them all.
As you just saw with John the carver, now he works here every day. I mean, and this is what we find is unusual about our project, that the people that work here, they all know their job and they come to work regularly. I mean, it's a job that they enjoy. We don't have to tell the guys what to do. They've been working here for a few years now, and they stay here. They like the work. It's working with their own environment. The emu is getting closer to bringing them back to what they're all about.
Lucerne, the basis of the emu's diet, is grown on the property, but I got the impression they might like eating humans too.
Well, the element of danger is supposed to be minimal and it's supposed to be fairly easy, so there's only one way to find out. I'm not going in there, but...
Well, there is a moral to this ditty, da-da-da-da-da. Thrush can sing, but he ain't pretty, da-da-da-da-da. Duck can swim, but he can't sing, nor can the eagle on the wing. Emu can't fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants of a kangaroo.
Well, I started off full of bravado. I even tried to run like an emu in the hope that that would work. But when it came to the crunch, I just didn't have it.